Hey all, this is it's gonna be kind of a weird video. I'm kind of addressing a single person, a single situation that happened today. But it could also be informative for anyone else in case, other things like this come up. So basically, per usual, I did between two hacks with my good friend Echo Pineapple on his channel today. We do that every Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And about a third of the way through the show, a certain chatter who's also a mod, and I'm not going to name this person's name. I'm hoping they just had a very bad day. Anyway, they started kind of attacking me in the chat, and I'm fine with that, man. You want to insult me, you want to call me a libtard, you want to say I fucking suck. Look, I admit I suck at this, and I actually have to stop using that as an excuse. I need to get better at this, or get the fuck off. I have to at least try to enunciate better, or speak more clearly, or a little more. Sometimes my voice is just like this, so I need to, I don't know, when I get excited about things, or you know, someone riles me up, it's almost better, because then I can at least have a little more emotion in the voice. But yeah, no, I do need to get better. So yeah, if you guys want to say I suck, I don't belong on fucking, any live streams, YouTube, totally get it. Knock yourselves out. Um, but this person was saying a lot of other shit kind of out of pocket, but even more so, he kind of like took over the whole chat and the stream, and it was kind of fucking up Eccles' show, which made me feel bad. And then Eckel had another show right afterwards, and the same person kind of did the same thing to somebody else. So I went back and kind of rewatched. I usually rewatch some of the show each week just to see, how my audio was, how I did. But this time, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of curious to the things said in the chat, because Eccles saw me looking at the chat, so I closed it out for most of it. I just saw the shit he said at the beginning, and any of the shit that Eccles put up. Um, but when going back to watch, I saw that I had missed something. His initial chat was actually aimed at Eccles, and seemed like he was angry about Eccles supporting Karmic X or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. So I think he came in all fired up. There was some kind of chat about what, I think it was a super chat, like, what do I do to support America? And Eckel brought up how I protested last week, and that's what kind of set this person off. I'm pretty sure this person's a veteran. I don't know if, like, I don't know what's going on in his life. I don't know if he was intoxicated today, or could be even PTSD. I have no idea. I can't. I shouldn't even guess, because I don't know this person, and that was the weird thing. I don't know this person. They don't know me. Now we've been cordial. He's actually a mod on Eccles' channel, one of the originals. I was actually one of Eccles' original mods as well. And I remember when we were both mods, we used to shoot the shit in the chat and get along fine. He now says he always hated me, which is okay, but still something must have happened if he was able to keep his hatred under control for all these months, and then it just kind of exploded today. So when I was rewatching it, I was gonna, I don't know, originally I was just gonna take some screenshots of the chats, but there were just so many. And some of it was, a lot of it was redundant. So I kind of like took some notes on the things this person was saying. Seemed very upset that I didn't serve in the military. Kept calling me a junkie. Very upset that I protested. Kept accusing me of throwing bricks. Claiming that I loved Kamala Harris and the Democrats. I've done nothing for America. I'm lazy. I'm a mooch who doesn't work. You shouldn't listen to me because I'm a junkie in an echo chamber. What else? I've done nothing for America. I don't know if I mentioned that again. Sorry. Called me a dollar store destiny. Who's like a YouTuber. Um, and then there was a part with when the military came up, And I was like, no, I did not serve in the military. And I tried making a point, but I think I made it worse. Because I get the feeling this person's a Trump supporter, and so it's kind of, Trump didn't serve because of quote unquote bone spurs. So I made the point that I couldn't have served because of medical shit, but I made the point to say, but that's not the reason. I wouldn't have served anyway. I'm not going to hide behind that. But yeah, I mean, I have new health issues now, which kind of a little scary. But I'm talking about when I was younger. I was born with my shin bones are bowed, they're crooked. If you see my shoes, you see my feet, it looks like I'm walking on the insides of my feet. My shoes all wear that way. My two big toes are flat because all the pressure's on them. Some of my other toes are fucked up because they're always like up against the shoe, like right, scraping against the top. I've had surgery. I've had cartilage break off. My right leg is much worse than my left, and my left's starting to get bad too. I put off what I was told in like 25 years old that I needed my shin bones cut in half and reset, and I've just never fucking done it because no thanks. Um, but yeah, I was also hit by a car when I was 14 years old, and that fucked up both my ankles and shit. So I've had issues like that forever, and yeah, I've been able to get by. Sometimes I have limps, sometimes I swell up, but there's no. Let me get back. So my friend Joe was in the Air Force, and his recruiter used to always fucking bug him to bring people in. And this when I'm like 19 years old or 18 years old, whatever it was. So he's like, Nick, you don't even have to sign up. Can you just talk to? So I went in, did the whole thing. Never planned on signing up. When it came time to ask about like medical shit, I kind of mentioned some of the shit I had. He's like, oh, I don't know. So I ended up asking my orthopedic, just for the hell of it. And he's like, nah, no way. So yeah, I couldn't have. But again, I wouldn't have. That's not the reason. If my legs were perfectly fucking fine, I still wouldn't have served. I appreciate people that have. You guys have balls I don't have, or I don't know, you want to. It's just not for me. But I do believe there's more than one way to quote unquote serve your country. You can do it domestically as well, which I try to do. Yeah, sure, it's safer. I'm not saying it's not, but being in the military isn't the only way you can try and make your country or the community better or anything like that. But yeah, that was like one of the final things he mocked me on was my knee and all this shit. So I just want to show something real quick. This is a picture of my knee on when it would swell up. My leg would look like this all the time. As soon as I get it up, sorry. Uh, so yeah, there you go. If you see how much bigger my right leg and knee is than my left. This happens to me. Now this picture is a few years old, but this happens to me all the fucking time. Um, don't think I could have survived. Don't think they would have let me out there. But so, again, I actually have real injuries, but yet I still work. I've worked the same two jobs for over 20 years. I let me get this fucking thing off. Yeah, I have a full time Monday through Friday job. It used to be 50 hours regularly, 10 hours a day. And then they knocked it down to 40. We got rid of the overtime, but I still have occasional overtime. We get it in spurts. We get some, I can work like 60 hours on certain weeks. But I also have a part-time job, landscaping, that I used to do full-time. In my younger years, I would literally landscape in the spring and summer, like in the evenings after I work all day in my regular job, and Saturday and Sunday. Now it's mostly just weekends. I'll do some evenings here or there, but I recently had to cut down on that because of health issues, not related to my legs or anything. That shit I can tough out. It's painful, but more, I'm having heart and circulation and pulse issues and blood pressure, shit like that. So until they figure all that out, they don't want me doing that, hard manual labor. But anyway, yeah, I've always worked. That's why I just want to address some of this shit. I've always worked. My passions, my focus politically is working class issues. I am, I guess, what they would call a economic populist. I try to fight for the working class. Try and I don't think wages are high enough, especially with this crazy cost of living. I think the elites and the billionaires get way too much of the money, and that's my thing. I'm not this standard lefty. I don't like the Democrats. I don't like Harris. I don't like fucking Biden. I don't like any of them. I didn't vote for Harris. I didn't vote for Biden. Uh, in the primary elections, I always vote for the most progressive. I voted for Bernie Sanders back to back. And then last time I voted for Marianne Williamson. Of course, they never win. And so then come the regular election there, I vote third party. So, yeah, I don't vote for the fucking corporate Democrat, just like I don't vote for the fucking corporate Republican. Yeah, I obviously lean left in a lot of issues, but that's not my primary focus. Um, it's the working class stuff. It's the stuff like this person. I think you think that America, we should just say it's great and fuck it, never try to fix it. Look up where America stands. Look up where America ranks when it comes to things like healthcare, prescription drug prices, education, child poverty, which all this shit. We're not anywhere near where we should be, and that's the shit I fight for. That's the shit that I think should be fixed. You think this is? I'm focusing on Trump. It's not a Trump thing. You want to know the first time I ever protested was Occupy Wall Street, right? Guess who was president during that? Fucking Barack Obama. Okay, this isn't a fucking Democrat Republican fucking thing. They both suck. They're the opposite sides of the same coin. They're owned by the same billionaires, the same fucking Wall Street fucking executives, the same fucking CEOs. All right, same corporations. They own our politicians. There's almost no fucking difference. And when I see injustice, when I see tyranny, I fucking protest. Okay. I went to the No Kings protest last week, which really seemed to set you off. I did not throw bricks. I live streamed it. You can look. Nobody threw fucking bricks. You're being told bullshit. I'm not saying there isn't any, like, yeah, okay, there's some video of some fucking guys throwing bricks in LA. They suck. Arrest their asses. 99.9% of these protesters are fucking peaceful. All right. I even said the cops at the protests I went to were fucking fantastic. I don't just shit on the police for no fucking reason. I only do it when they fucking act like they're not supposed to act. Okay. You can't just try and put people in a box and think they all like. It's what's funny. You mentioned echo chamber. You're the one that seems to be stuck in an echo chamber. I literally host a political show with a guy who's right wing. I have Ava on all the time, who has different, uh, represents different community than I do. I have another guy on a lot called Krishan the Don, who's kind of like a Andrew Tate type, without the sex trafficking. He seems like a decent guy, but it's kind of chauvinistic, kind in the right wing way and everything. Trust me, I debate these people. I had Echo on, fucking British dude. I'm not in a fucking echo chamber. I fucking try to surround myself with as many different opinions as possible. People living, I think everyone deserves representation. And that's what I want on my show. Yeah, it's not a great show, but try to get everyone on so everyone's equally represented. Okay, so that's why I'm not stuck in no echo chamber like you seem to be. I fucking hate Destiny. You compare me to Destiny, that dude fucking sucks. No one on the left even likes Destiny. It's like, I don't know. So let me see what else you mentioned. Oh yeah, the junkie thing. That's fine, dude. I was I'll explain that real quick. I was an opiate addict for about 8 years. Um and now I've been sober for 13. If that makes me a fucking junkie you don't listen to, there's nothing I can do about that. Every addict's been called a junkie by people like you. It doesn't even fucking phase me. The irony is I'm more sober than you, from what it appears. But I don't judge you. I don't know shit what's going on in your life, just like you don't know shit what's going on in my life. The Dabbleverse, one of the things I think is great, because I mean there's a lot of shitty things about it, is you can bring different minded people together. I know it's mostly conservative or right wing, whatever you want to call it. I get along with so many right wing people in the real world and in the Dabbleverse. And yeah, they can jokingly call me, like, fucking say my views are awful, I'm a libtard, whatever. Doesn't bother me. Right? And I'm fine with them, they're fine with me. I have no idea why you have that much hatred for someone you don't even fucking know, who's never done nothing to you, and you think I hate this fucking country. I don't. If you watch the, and I'm not even want you to watch the whole thing or anything, but when I live streamed the protest I went to, American flags, a lot of them, people chanting USA. We don't hate this country. We want to make it better. Kind of like, Trump saying, make America great again. I mean, do you say he shits on the country? I even agree with America first. That's why I'm not in the fucking supporting fucking Israel and all this shit. Put America first. We're not. Now all our troops are in fucking danger. Now civilians are in danger. Not cool, man. I don't care who the fuck's president. Obama was a fucking warmonger too. Trump's a fucking warmonger. They're all. That's what you guys. You thought Trump was different. He's not. He's only different in the fact that he is way more of a con man, way more of a narcissist, and cares even less about the Constitution than all the other presidents. But they were all fucking piece of shit warmongers owned by fucking Wall Street too. You know, they're all elitist. I don't like the elitists. Okay, the establishment elitists can fuck off no matter what party they're in. That's who I fight against first. Yeah, my liberal views, like, yeah, I don't want trans people to be used as the fucking scapegoat. Even if you don't like trans people, they don't hurt you. They don't do nothing to you. Just leave them alone. They want you to think they're the bad guy. Well, they fuck us over. They use immigrants the same thing. They use them as the fucking boogeyman. Poor people that have nothing. That's who they want you to blame instead of them while they fuck us over. Yeah, the bricks thing I think I established. I didn't throw bricks. If you're against protesting, I don't know why you were in the military then. You supposedly fought to protect our rights. Well, that's the fucking First Amendment right there, buddy. First Amendment. If you can't protest against your government, I don't know what to tell you. We should be able to. So we should hold our government accountable. I think you can misconflate government and country. They are two separate things. And I'm guessing when Biden was president, you had no problem criticizing the government. I criticized the government under Biden too. That's why Stuttering John thought I was a fucking Trump supporter for the longest time. Okay? Because he knew nothing about me either. But I criticized the fucking corrupt power. That was the Biden administration. And now I'm doing it. Trump, more corrupt power. Okay? Like what you're supposed to do is just have one set of values, no matter who, in morals and beliefs, no matter who's in office. That's what I try and do. All right. Yep. Covered my fucking leg. Covered the echo chamber. Yeah. I don't mooch. I've never been on any sort of public assistance in my life. I always joke, even though it's not a joke. I am stuck in that no man's land where I make too much money to qualify for that shit, but not enough to really, have. I have to work two jobs just to get by to support my family. By the way, I've had a family since I was fucking very young. So I've literally never, since I was 21 years old. So I've never, met when all my friends are out drinking, partying, and friends. I had a family. That's my own doing. I don't regret it. I fucking love my family more than anything. But yeah, don't act like I had this easy life. I did not. And yeah, my 8 years of addiction happened while I had a family, and I'll always feel guilty about that. I was what they call the functioning addict. Like I literally never lost I still have the jobs now that I had back then. Just far too much of my landscaping money was going towards opiates. Yeah, I was in pain all the time from my legs, the thing you mock or whatever. No excuse. I got hooked on the painkillers, and obviously my doctor wasn't going to keep giving them to me forever. I lived in the city. I had 3 regular dealers I could buy pills from, and I did, and I regret it. And I overdosed at one point. I had a seizure, dope sick more times than I can fucking remember. But yeah, since September of 2013, I have been sober. So, sorry, September of 2011, I have been sober. So haven't been a junkie for a long time. I've actually been sober this longer stretch than I ever was addicted. I don't talk about it. People know about it. I don't talk about it as much as say like a Joey C or whatever. But I made up one video on it, and I had multiple people in Dabbleverse reach out. Obviously, I'll never say their names, but yeah, that they suffer from substance abuse too, and that's the reason I put that shit out there. So that people would know they had someone they could reach out to and talk to. So you're calling me a junkie, which is fine. You may inadvertently be insulting people that you like, that you're friends with in the Dabbleverse, and you just don't know that they are secretly suffering from substance abuse too. So try and remember that when you do that shit. Um, let's see. Did I pretty much cover everything? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to talk about the military thing real quick. Um, I always appreciate our veterans. I always appreciate our active soldiers. I actually have protested to try and make it so you guys only have to fight when absolutely necessary. Because if we really think about it, you guys get sent to go fight for regime changes, for oil money, things that help the rich and the powerful elite and you know, our foreign quote unquote allies like Israel. um, it's been a very long time since our military was actually used to fight for our freedom. And that's fucked up because that's the only reason you guys should ever have to fight. I mean, World War II may be the last time. Obviously, we were attacked on 9/11, but not by a country. And then we didn't even go attack the people that attacked us. So, yeah, obviously, Vietnam, Korean War, it's us, Iraq War, we stick our noses in other people's business. And, rich guys like an elitist like Donald Trump, Joe Biden, much more so Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, George H.W. Bush, Reagan. They love playing games where they, bomb countries and then put you guys in danger. I think that's fucked up. I don't know if, because in the military, you're trained or brainwashed to think that you can never criticize this country or criticize our government, even more so. But that's the beauty of this country, and we're supposed to be able to have differences of opinion. Um, yeah, I think you made some other remark in there about I don't know, me being anti-free speech or not wanting you to say what you want. Dude, I am huge in the free speech. Huge. Okay. Um, Donald Trump is not. He's making protesting against Israel illegal. He wants anyone who burns the American flag to spend 1 year in prison, which is highly against the First Amendment. The First Amendment isn't just supposed to protect speech that you like. The whole point is it also protects speech you don't like. Um, so yeah, you calling me a libtard, a junkie, and all that shit, fully protected, knock yourself out. I just didn't like how you were kind of derailing Eccles' friend when you're a mod and he's your friend. Like he's my friend. Giving him an ultimatum with me too was very fucked up because you put me in an awkward place too. Like part of me just wants to like step down and fuck it so he doesn't lose, money and shit like that. Because I know he's not gonna bend to the ultimatum, and I know he's not gonna, ruin our friendship over it. And it wouldn't even be ruined because I tell him to get someone besides me because I know I'm not fucking that great at this. There's way better people. Like I'm not even great at I'm not great speaker. The whole political thing I do is I'm trying to say, like I said, everyone deserves representation. I am the working class East Coast father who fucking works fucking crazy hours his whole fucking life for his family. That's who I represent. Okay. My co-host is more upper middle class. I'm actually not even going to mention his family shit, but yeah, he has a whole other family demographic. Like I said, I have Ava on, represents the Muslim community, the trans community. She's also a economic populist like myself. And I said I have Krishan on, who's more of like a tea partier, and kind of like a chauvinistic bro type thing. You know what I mean? I've had Jake Hudson on, representing poor people from down south and the autistic community. That's my whole thing, man. You ever want to come on and represent the military? Would love to have you on. You don't have to like me. Don't give a shit. Like I said, you can represent and you can speak on behalf of our vets. He said, you got the wrong idea about me, man. Every stereotype you tried throwing at me, sure, I guess libtard, fine, if that's what you think I am. But saying I mooch, don't mooch, man. Worked the whole time. Worked all through COVID. Didn't even get any of COVID off. Had to literally go into work. Had a piece of paper like I was fucking Jew in the Holocaust with his papers. Case I got pulled over because there were times when no one was supposed to be on the street, and literally I had a fucking piece of paper saying, I work for this company that's deemed necessary. We have government contracts. Blah 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 blah. Said I've worked for the same two companies for over fucking 20 years. Raised 3 kids, 2 grown. Got the last one starting high school next year. Our youngest had stage 2 neuroblastoma when he was 2 years old. Thank God he's still here. Then this is okay. Let me explain this. One of my big gripes with Trump is how he canceled child cancer research, which also cancels the trials. Our youngest was saved by a cancer trial. He was given less than a 10% chance of survival. He's now in his 20s, and that was when he was 2 years old. So yeah, it's a miracle. But trust me, I've been through some hard shit. I haven't had some fucking easy life like you think I have. And some of it is my own doing, and I have to live with that. But some of it is not, and some of it is having to deal with health issues and the people you love the most. So you don't know me, bro. Don't act like you fucking do. I don't support the politicians you think I support. I don't support hardly any politicians, man. Hardly any, because most of them are not on our fucking side. And even the ones I do support, they still disappoint me at times, If you're just pissed off because I didn't serve in the military, I don't know what to tell you. The majority, like 97% of the country didn't serve in the military. So I guess you got to hate us all. I at least try to help in other ways. I try and help the marginalized, the disenfranchised, the poor and the working class. I actually have good health insurance, but I fight for universal health care for people that don't have it. I fight for lower prescription drug prices because people literally die because they can't afford insulin and shit like that. And supposedly the greatest country in the fucking world. I think that's just as important, than fighting for free. Like, if you're a free country, but nobody can if millions and millions of people die every year just because they don't have health insurance, not getting an education, or because they're poor, not getting enough to eat. I don't think that's great. I mean, literally why people don't get into politics or get into global issues is because they're just trying to fucking put food on the table. They're just trying to put a fucking roof over their heads in the richest country in the world. And I don't think that's right. I think everyone should have a roof over their head, enough to fucking eat. You work hard, you get some extras. Maybe you can go on a vacation here or there, but everyone should at least have the fucking essentials. So yeah, I'm not trying to be fucking Destiny. That fucking, he supports the corporate Dems. He sucks. He fucking sucks. He tries to do I can't think of the word I want. Sorry. My brain's been malfunctioning a little bit lately. I apologize. Identity politics. That's what he tries to do, that bullshit. I'm not into that fucking shit. Man, you shouldn't just judge people by what you assume are their political beliefs. I have a lot of good friends and family members that don't have the same political beliefs as me. That's not my determining factor. It seems to be yours, but it's not a great way to go through life, man, especially how angry you seem to get. I'm hoping you just had a bad day. So I think I'll end it there. Yeah. So yeah, I am OG Mumbling Nick, and a father, a husband, an economic populist, an activist. For those, I punch up. I do not punch down. I try to hold my government accountable. I try to fight against greed and corruption and bribery and tyranny. I mean, we just had the president pretty much illegally attack another country today, a country that was not about to attack us, a country that not only was nowhere near a nuclear war, wasn't even attempting to build one. Um, they just want regime change. Israel and the United States, they're going to try and make you afraid that there was some kind of nuclear weapon. This is the weapons of mass destruction thing all over again. The thing that George W. Bush did. Okay, it's the same tricks, bro. Probably got you and your friends kind of messed up. It's fucked up. Trying to stop that from happening to any more soldiers right now. These are the sorts of things I was protesting against last week. All right. We have a president acting, not going through Congress, ignoring the courts, violating the Constitution every fucking day. I mean, he profits off the presidency, which is against the emoluments clause of the Constitution. He's selling fucking fake crypto coin and cheap fucking watches as president. I mean, fucking Jimmy Carter had to give up his fucking peanut farm. But Trump has properties that foreign leaders can stay at so they can give him money. I mean, Trump is taking money from foreign leaders, and you wonder why we're doing Israel's fucking bidding right now. We're Israel's bitch right now. I'm sick of it. And you think I'm some kind of regular Dem. I don't fucking want to give Ukraine money anymore either. I've been very clear on that. I'm actually the consistent one. I'm actually the one that's not in an echo chamber. I'm the one that doesn't listen to the mainstream media or our fucking politicians, our corrupt politicians, or our fucking go look at how CNN is cheerleading this fucking war just as much as Fox News is. If you want to know how bought these networks are by the military industrial complex, you know what I mean? I mean, you and your buddies are just pawns in a game for the military to make fucking tons of money. I mean, the people that build the fucking bombs and the tanks and everything, they're loving this shit. They don't care what happens to you and your friends, you and your fellow vets, you and your fellow soldiers. I do. You may not care about me, but I care about you guys. I think everyone that serves their country should never have to fucking pay for healthcare or fucking again. We should take care of them when you get back from fucking doing whatever you're doing. Whatever country we put you in to do a regime change, to fight a fucking holy war. I mean, that's what's scary about this one. There's fucking religious fanatic shit involved in this one. It's not fucking oil. But it's usually oil and regime change. This one's regime change, and holy shit. I mean, who can trust us right now? Trump just lied multiple times about negotiations to trick them so he could attack. First to get our soldiers out, and then to attack. First to get our embassy cleared out, then to attack. He's literally targeting him and Israel are targeting the Iranian negotiators, trying to kill them. And now he wants peace. I mean, they're literally going to attack our bases, attack our soldiers, probably attack our civilians. We have lots of civilians in Israel, hundreds of thousands, I believe. They're now in deep trouble because of what our president did. I'm trying to save American lives. Not me personally. I'm standing up for American lives, standing up to put America first, standing up for the working class, standing up for the vets against tyrants, billionaires, corporations, all the elites. That's what I do, man. That's where I stand. I'm not a left versus right. I'm not a fucking blue no matter who Democrat. None of that fucking shit. I'm not fucking lazy. I'm not a junkie. I'm not any of the shit you fucking said. You don't know me. I don't know you. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm not going to give out all my information, but I feel like I gave out a good damn amount right here. Hopefully that appeases you. If not, I don't really give a shit. There's not much I can do. All right, man. But if you have a problem with me, message me on X, message me in my chat. If you want to do a little cheap insults on Eccles show when I'm on, albeit just please don't spam the chat with fucking all that shit again like you did in those back-to-back shows. Eccles a good dude, man. I don't want you fucking up his channel or fucking up his show. All right? That's all I ask. Take it out on me on my fucking page or my channel. Leave him the fuck alone. That's it. I'm gonna end this thing. If anyone that watched, thanks. If anyone has any questions or wants to talk politics, hit me up. If anyone's suffering from substance abuse, as I said, I've had multiple people message me. I keep everything confidential. Help if I can. Just know there's someone that understands, someone that knows what you're going through in this Dabbleverse and sympathizes. All right, this is Mumbling Nick. Please, if you can, tune in on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where myself and Liquid Cryptid and usually Ava and other guests, we talk about politics and the Dabbleverse on a show called Dabbling in Politics. Until then, everyone remain safe, and hope we're not in World War III. Peace, everyone. And thank you to all our vets out there, including the one that does not like me. Oops. All right. Maybe I am slow. Peace.
Dabbleverse stuff, mumbling, pineapple stuff, dabbling, controversial stuff. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. N-I-C-K, mumbling is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air, cause if you don't vote, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6, Jones in for your fix of that dabble politics mix. So where the fudge you at, punk? Shut the fudge up and back the lunch up while we fudge this track up. On your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up. Retort in, now retort out. Hands up now, hands down. Back out, tell me what's it for the ducks now. Republicans in now, Democrats out. Guns up now, hands down. Black up, tell me what you gonna vote now. Dabbling, 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 dabbling. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. Come on. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. 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 You wanna mess with dabbling in politics? You can't mess with dabbling in politics. Listen, we debate it on every week Saturday night, and this YouTube thing right here. Yo, we're doing it all the time, so you better get some better views and get saved up on your dime. So we got the gang set, so don't complain yet. 24/7, never begging for a rain check. Old school dabble is blasting out the political shit. The back and forth shit, put the bounce in the dabble pit. On your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up.